in on the run eastbound Highway 70 in the city. It's just a slowdown, but from really O'Fallon Park, just east of West Forest and all the way over to Tucker, it's pretty heavy. And for Illinois fans, you've got delays westbound 64 from the 70 split all the way across the Poplar. The other backups, well, eastbound 64 is still on the brakes, approaching 157, most of the way to 159. Southbound 55 is still jammed from Imperial to M, and then it's slow. Not quite midway down to Z. That's unwinding from an earlier accident. North 270, the right lane's midway up from Dorset to 70 or slow. Westbound 70, a little slow at Zumbell and at 61. Westbound 64, Science Center headed out through Clayton, Skinkers heavy, and then slow again Lake St. Louis Boulevard to 70. Next update at 5:20 from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
The back-to-school savings bash is at St. Louis Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get a new 2026 Ram or Jeep for up to 15% off MSRP. It's part of the Make This the Summer event. Visit stl-cdjr.com for details.
For 261073, selling price $50,185 with approved credit, excludes tax, tag, title, and license fees. Ends 8/31/26.
News, traffic, and the latest on the Redbirds. This is the Redbird Rush Hour on KMOX.
Sponsored by Busey Bank. Building community with Busey Bank. Beyond the game. And by St. Luke's Hospital. St. Louis's #1 heart hospital.
Good to be with you on a Friday. Even better when we can open with some Slipknot, you guys. I love that. I love that. Bernie, I'm still the invitation stands. Join us in the pit for Slipknot next time they come around the town.
I'm too old for that, man.
I get you. I probably am too, to be honest with you. I'd probably be a little smarter than that.
I really want to go see Turnstile, and I'm like,
yeah.
Is there some kind of box I can rent?
Hey, that's a thing we should definitely do. They're coming, I can't remember when, but it's
October,
soon, right? Yeah.
Early October, yeah.
Let's look into that because it's at Grizzly Stadium.
Yeah.
That's not that far
It
away.
is.
Yeah, we can pull something
Man,
off
they are on fire. There's so much great stuff on them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because they're playing live shows all the time. And so anyway, enough about that. We'll talk about that off the air.
Yeah, but it's a good energetic start to a show on Friday. The baseball has been not great the last week, so we just kicked that off to get us a little fired up, and obviously the rest of the time we'll spend talking about the Cardinals as they open up a series with the Pirates. And Matt, we had some news today, right? Blaze Jordan on the injury list. Anything else going on at the ballpark in your time there this afternoon?
No, that was about it. We talked to Blaze a little bit in the clubhouse. He thought it was going to be much more serious than it actually was.
Good.
When it actually happened. So it's good news for him that it's just a sprain on his ankle and nothing more. Not yet at a point where they can give a timeline on his return. But again, I think there was legitimate worry that it was going to be a major injury. He was bummed out. I asked him about, hey, your numbers have been pretty good lately.
Yeah.
Is this a bummer for it to happen now? And he acknowledged that this is as good as he has felt at the plate since he's gone to the big leagues. So hates the fact that he's not going to be able to play for a little while.
Yeah, that is a bummer because, Bern, we were talking about it yesterday, Matt and I, and want to bring you in on this because he's got some similar characteristics to like Alec Burleson, right? Maybe a little swing happy when he first comes up, but there's a hit tool there. There's the ability to put the barrel on the ball, and he's got really good bat speed too. The more he progresses with what he's been doing lately, we should see that power manifest.
No, I think he was making real progress there, just getting the ball in the air more. And I think just trying to figure it out. Listen, he's got terrific natural power.
Yeah.
I mean, he always has, but he hasn't been able to elevate pitches, and it's kind of the thing you can hit the ball as hard as all get out. But if you're hitting it on the ground, man, you're wasting your power. Right.
Yep. Yep. It's one thing if, and I'm not saying it's a good thing. It's one thing if you're Chandler Simpson or you're Victor Scott and you happen to hit some balls on the ground, you'll force some action there. Those singles squeak through. You can turn those singles into doubles because you're fast. But when you're a big dude, and look, Jordan Walker can run, but Jordan Walker hits the ball so hard that when it's on the ground, he's out. And we see the change this year with him. There've been a lot of changes in him, but that's one of them. He's increased that launch angle ever so slightly. He's improved his pitch selection. And a guy like him, a guy like Burleson, there's signs that you can make those changes. And if Jordan can do that, I was looking at Nathan Church. He's having a really good August. If he can continue to cut back on his chase, he's not a power guy, but for some of these young guys, it's almost always about how often they go outside the zone with their swings. And when they stay in the zone, they can actually have some production.
I think real quick. I'll be quick. I think when Nathan Church can turn on a pitch and pull it, his power plays.
Yeah, I agree.
I just think it's the single most impactful thing that a hitter can do, choosing what to actually swing.
100%.
No doubt.
I mean, look, we don't have to go very far to verify this. Ted Williams' number one rule of hitting is get a good pitch to hit. I mean, that pretty much sums up all you need to know. A lot of what goes into being a good hitter is what you choose to swing at.
Look at Jordan Walker this year.
Yep.
He's not flailing at that low. It gets him sometimes,
Sure.
but he's not flailing at that low and away breaking ball. That's the difference. So then, guess what? They have to stop throwing him the low and away breaking ball because that thing ain't a strike. And then you start seeing better pitches. So when it's twofold, not only do you have the higher percentage chance of actually doing something with a good pitch, but if you don't swing at bad pitches, then you're going to get more pitches to hit.
Yep. And I think this guys, and Bernie, I'd throw it at you first. This is going to be the big challenge for Joshua Baez, too. You know, he's got every tool to be a great hitter, and when he starts to make better swing decisions, you know, and again, he's so young, the sample size is small, but that was a bit of a thing in the minors, and of course, that and dealing with high fastballs. You know, fastballs up in the zone are a little issue, but these are all fixable things that these guys now have the tools and the staff to work on to get done.
He's a really smart young guy, and he works really hard. Attitude is perfect. This is the education of a young hitter who, in the minors, his biggest challenge was having good plate discipline and learning, you know, as you guys were talking about, learning what to swing at and not to swing at. And listen, I thought his initiation was going to be, you know, kind of rough. And he hits 3 bombs at Wrigley and you're like, whoa, away we go. And then I've seen some impatience with him out there, and, you know, Cardinals fans can say whatever they want. And I'm not saying all Cardinals fans feel this way. I think everybody's happy he's up here, but baseball history, and, you know, I'll be happy to share some of this later or whatever, but baseball history is jam-packed with some of the greatest players of all time who were absolutely helpless and just lost and looked like, wait a minute, this guy's never going to be anything. And I'm not saying Baez is going to become one of those guys, but I'm just saying, you just can't. You have to understand, with some of these young guys, it takes a while, and he is naturally gifted. There's no question about it. And everything you want in terms of attitude and desire, it's there.
Yep.
Give him some time. I'm glad they're playing him every single night. I don't care if he strikes out 3 times. Well, I want him to do better, but you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't have much to add to that. You have to play. You don't bring him here not to play him.
Right.
You bring him here to get his feet wet. And then if nothing else, it's the opportunity for him to go into the offseason and really know what he has to fix to become a better big league hitter. It's the same version of if you bring a guy up in May and he really fails and then he goes back to AAA. Well, he goes back to AAA to work on the stuff that was making him not be successful at the big league level, and you work at that at AAA with that focus. So it's a huge opportunity for Baez to learn about himself and what that next step is for him.
Yeah, and look, there are some young hitters, and I would put J.J. Weatherholt in this category, that kind of have that already, right? That, and even he will expand sometimes, but they kind of have that, you know, the ability to draw a walk, and they know the zone. Those guys are not the norm. Most young players have to figure things out, you know, as they go. They got to learn to get better at it, and maybe you're never great at it, but you look at Walker. He still chases, but it's not as much as before, and that difference between not as much has turned into 30 homers, 20 steals, and one hell of an all-star caliber year.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Listen, one thing about Jordan Walker, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier this week on one of the shows, but, you know, I was looking at him today. I didn't do like this massive deep dive, but it's just a quick note on him. He's had these pockets of slumps. I would call them pocket slumps, you know, like just little bubbles. And you get real nervous when it happens because, again, you know, when he was at his worst, when he would get into those kind of zones, you knew it was like, there's just no way he's going to get out of this. Jordan Walker, this is the 5th month of the season. He has been above average in terms of weighted runs created plus, above average in 4 of the 5 months. But the 1 month he was not above average was June, and he was 1% below average. My point being, he's actually been really consistent. In other words, those little pocket slumps, we were kind of like, whoa, what does this mean? You look at it month by month by month, he has been impressively consistent.
Yep.
And in some of those pocket slumps, as you call them, Bernie, what it was power slumps. He was still hitting for average.
Good point.
He hits the ball so hard. So
Right.
even when he's slumping, he's still getting on base. Give me that slump all the time.
Can I say something real quick? And I'm going to confess to something, Mr. Numbers here. I had no idea, and I don't know why. I watch all the games. I had no idea that Jordan Walker, statistically, literally, whatever you want to put it, he is like probably a top 3 or 4 hitter in the major leagues, batting with runners in scoring position. The numbers are unreal.
Yep.
He's great. He's got the most home runs and RBIs of any hitter in the majors, batting with runners in scoring position. And his batting average, his slugging, his OPS, those numbers are like through the roof. And I don't know why I didn't pick up on that. I mean, he has been fantastic in those situations.
I saw, I got to find it. I saw a really interesting tweet earlier today, too, that included both Walker and Weatherford. Here you go. This is from Thomas Nestico, who we all know. He does a really great job with TJ
He's
Stats.
fantastic. Yeah.
So this is the proportion of home runs in higher leverage.
Right.
J.J. Weatherhold is number 1 in Major League Baseball in high leverage home runs as a percentage. So he has 17 home runs. 14 of them are in high leverage. So that's 82%. Jordan Walker is at 67%. He's 5th behind Weatherholt, Ohtani, James Wood, Jock Peterson. So, 2 young guys that are doing it when it matters.
And Sal Stewart is 50%. I checked that out today.
Right.
And that's despite playing at as I like to call it, a par 3 municipal golf course. Half his games,
it's
right?
a putt-putt course in Cincy.
he plays at the Great American Small Park, which for right-handed hitters is the 5th best power park in the majors.
Yes, sir.
The numbers you just actually dropped, Kevin, surprised me a little because I think one of the reasons sometimes, like what you were thinking, Bernie, you didn't realize if you want to really take issue with any stat for Jordan Walker, it's the close and late numbers where he's a 217 hitter and his OPS is 702. Those aren't terrible, but I think sometimes you see him not be as successful in the close and late.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why there's this feeling he's not actually good with runners on, but he is. And when I say that not as a criticism, just as
so
a potential
negative.
reason.
Yeah.
Stop
Well, hey,
it.
and look, close and late.
So Matt Pauley has turned into one of his callers on the post-game show.
Get this guy out of here.
Matt Pauley is now one of those nasty text message people on the post game.
Yeah, that's really funny. I mean, the close and late's going to be tough because close and late is when you're getting all those guys blowing 100.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
You should not have as good a numbers in close and late because of who you're facing off against.
That's right. That's exactly right. All right, Bernie Miklasz, Matt Pauley, Kevin Wheeler with you here till 6 o'clock. We got way more on the cards, including the startup of this series against the Pirates. We'll dive into all that as we come back on KMOX.
Ready for instant curb appeal that comes with a 25-year transferable warranty? Call Rhino Shield today. We do brick, block, stucco, asbestos, aluminum, steel, cedar, and more. Over the past 20 years, we've done thousands of homes, businesses, churches, schools, condos, parking garages, large metal buildings, and strip malls, from Champaign to the Lake of the Ozarks. We do flat and sloped metal roofs to extend their lives too. Proud to be veteran-owned and manufactured in the good old USA. So we're tariff-free. We're exceeding expectations every day. Evaluations are free. A+ rated with the BBB and a lot of 5-star Google reviews. Call 877-25-RHINO, 877-25-RHINO, or 877-25rhino.com. See what we did there? Genius. Tell them, ladies.
Don't hate, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, Game Day Traffic is sponsored by the all-new St. Louis Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your friends in the car business. If you're on eastbound Highway 70, if you're on southbound 61 getting on to eastbound 70 out in Wentzville, that ramp's backed up in the construction zone. Then it's just kind of slow east of the Blanchett into our city and downtown. There's still heavy traffic from about Grand to Tucker. Southbound 170 still stop-and-go pockets from Delmar down to 64. We had an incident near Brentwood, so it sort of opens up a little bit and then it backs up again. Eastbound 64, you're on the brakes. Just right as you approach 170, it goes all the way in through Big Bend. And if you're on the Illinois side, we have a jam westbound 64, west of 3rd Street to the Poplar. It looks pretty solid. Other traffic, you've got the backup still out there. Eastbound 64, east of 157 to 159. Southbound 21 is shut down just before you get to the end of the 4-lane into Hillsborough, so be prepared. A pretty good-sized jam building there. It's emergency crews on scene with a injury crash. Westbound 70 a little slow at Zumba, a little slow at 61. Westbound 64 Science Center out through McCausland, and west of Lake St. Louis Boulevard to 70 is busy. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
The back-to-school savings bash is at St. Louis Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get a new 2026 Ram or Jeep for up to 15% off MSRP. It's part of the Make This the Summer event. Visit STL-CDJR.com for details.
261073. Selling price $50,185 with approved credit. Excludes tax, tag, title, and license fees. Ends 8/31/26.
Now at Lowe's, faster quotes start at the Lowe's Pro Desk. Got a material list handwritten on a sticky note or saved as a photo? Perfect. Bring it to us and get a quote in minutes. And if you don't see what you need on the shelf, we'll help you get it. You can access thousands of products beyond what's available in-store or on Lowe's.com, right from the Lowe's Pro Desk. Build quotes faster and source the materials you need to keep your jobs moving. Just like that, at Lowe's.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Tom Connors. Went to Mark Patrick's hypnosis seminar February 6, 2019. Nothing worked before. Left there and never smoked again. Amazing. Easy, affordable, and guaranteed. A year later, with my wife Michelle, attended Mark Patrick's weight loss seminar. She lost 18 pounds and I lost 43 in 8 weeks.
It's true. He smoked 2 packs a day and nothing worked until Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Now we're losing weight together, eating healthy, full on half the food, crazy, enjoying exercising. Who would have believed Mark Patrick Hypnosis really works?
It's amazing. I can breathe again, my blood pressure went down, and I've got so much energy.
So much energy.
And look great.
Lose weight or stop smoking with Hypnosis, only $59.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings. That's right, seminars Thursday, September 17th, Radisson Hotel, Fairview Heights and Fairview Heights. Weight loss hypnosis, 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking hypnosis, 8 p.m. Or Saturday, September 19th, Holiday Inn St. Louis, Creve Coeur, St. Louis. Weight loss hypnosis, 11 a.m. Stop smoking hypnosis, 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
Now, back to the Redbird Rush Hour on KMOX.
Sponsored by Busey Bank. Building community with Busey Bank. Beyond the game.
All right, Friday on Redbird Rush Hour. Bernie Miklasz, Matt Pauley, Kevin Wheeler with you here. So now we're turning ahead now to a series against the Pirates. And, Pirates have run into some of the same kinds of problems here lately the Cardinals have. They've been struggling a bit. Their offense has struggled, although they've missed quite a few guys. They just got O'Neal Cruz back. They don't have Connor Griffin back. Ryan O'Hearn is out. So they're a little thin, but you got a couple of power arms here. We're not going to see Skeens, which is kind of a bummer because the Cardinals have been one of the few teams that beat him.
Yeah, sometimes they don't score a lot of runs.
Right,
but it's right. I'm going to throw one relevant thing out there, and although the Pirates have been playing better recently, but they're 10-18 in their last 28. But you got Quinn Matthews starting tonight. The Pirates are one of the worst teams in the majors at hitting lefties. They rank 25th against lefties in on-base percentage, 27th in slugging, 26 OPS, and their weighted runs created plus is 15% below the league average. So I hope the kid tonight, and I'm behind him. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sour on him or anything, but throw some strikes, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like fill up the strike zone. You don't need to nibble with these guys. Lefties all over the major leagues are getting these guys out, relatively speaking, without much problem.
Yep.
Throw strikes.
The lineup for today for the Pirates only has one lefty in, and that is O'Neal Cruz. Everybody else is a right-hander or a switch hitter tonight. But that being said, is Jared Triolo scaring you?
No.
Is Nick Gonzalez scaring you?
No.
Is Jake Mangum scaring you? And Mangum's a nice player, but you get the point.
Right, he's not a power guy, though. Make him hit the ball.
So if you're Quinn Matthews, exactly what Bernie just said. Fill up the zone. Don't all of a sudden have 87 pitches through 4 innings, because that hurts you and it hurts the team moving forward.
Wheels, you're an old catcher, with the emphasis being on old. Like, what? Seriously, I totally respect your acumen with the experience, but what do you do when a pitcher's got really great stuff, really outstanding stuff, and he won't fill the strike zone? Like, what? Would you go out there and like literally shake him? Like, what do you do?
Yeah,
what do you
occasionally.
do?
I had a few teammates like this over the years, and look. Other than going out there and cursing at them and yelling at them and kicking them in their booty, honestly, set up right down the middle. Don't move. Don't go side to side. Don't get too perfect with trying to paint the black. Start down the middle, let it go where it goes, and challenge these guys. And maybe be a little careful with Esperlin Valdez. Maybe be a little careful with this guy. I don't know if you guys know Rafael Flores. He's got real power, and he's a big boy, and he's playing first base today. Yeah, there are a couple of guys you want to be careful with, but at Busch Stadium especially,
yeah, right.
Make them hit the ball, and if it means I'm going to set up down the middle and put my target like knee high right down the middle, then that's what I'm going to do. And that, it's funny. That sounds like an oversimplification, and it kind of is. But if you guys ever heard Tyler Glasnow talk about what happened when he went from Pittsburgh to Tampa, he got to Tampa, and they said, listen, throw everything down the middle. Just throw it right down the middle. It's good enough. It'll move enough. You've got movement. You've got stuff. Throw it and let it work. And from that point forward, Glasnow's been a different guy. And I think Quinn Matthews, he doesn't have Glasnow stuff, but he's got good stuff. And I think he should trust it.
And his stuff moves, obviously, which is one of the problems, because it kind of strays from the strike zone.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to watching him pitch tonight. This could be, I don't know if I'd call it the turning point, but this could be a positive step.
I feel really good. We'll check back on Monday, but I feel really good about Quinn Matthews tonight.
I mean, we all love this guy, we want to see him. And like we were talking about with the young hitters a minute ago, this is what his challenge is going to be, because the Cardinals have been bringing up over the years mostly strike throwers who pitch to contact. Well, this is a bat misser. But that bat misser sometimes has to trust that if he just throws it over the plate, they will still miss it, or that they will mishit it. And the good news for him, guys, is his quality of contact has been pretty good. He's not allowed too much hard contact, but, when you're behind in counts, running up high pitch counts, and you've got a 10.5% walk rate, the hits lead to runs. So stop walking people, and I think that will work for him. And again, I know easier said than done, but it's one of those things that I think he just has to learn at the big league level, and we've watched him. He started off badly at Memphis. He struggled with this early in the year at Memphis, and last year too. And then he got it going, and he's just going to have to do it here and trust it. You got good pitches. Just throw them.
The only reason I was quiet there, I was actually trying to be a good boy, because I know we're getting close to a break, and I didn't want to start talking and like go on for 3 minutes. So I was trying to be a nice person and like stay away from the mic there.
I get
it. We will send this clip to Steve Moore. We're actually trying to stay on clock.
It's not easy. But in this case, we're going down to 30 anyway, so we're all good. And, so outside of Matthews, we don't have time to expand. We'll go bigger on maybe bullpen-related issues and some other stuff as we go. But outside of Matthews, I think if nothing else, guys, the throwing the ball over the plate thing might be able to get him deeper in the game, even if he gives up a few runs, which is probably an okay sacrifice right now.
Listen, and the Pirates are 5 games under 500, and they've been an underachiever, and the Cardinals got to take care of business here. I know the Cardinals got their own set of problems, but there's something about the Pirates that just seems hollow to me. The Cardinals don't seem hollow to me. They just seem like a team where the pitching staff has just been ripped apart.
Yeah. Good call.
And they have a hard time scoring runs at Busch Stadium.
Yeah, everybody does. It's pretty tough. All right, Bernie Miklasz, Matt Pauley, Kevin Wheeler with you here on the other side of the news. More on this series, more on the bullpen, and we'll see where else we happen to go here on Redbird Rush Hour on KMOX.
At 5:30, this update is sponsored by Michael's Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts, michaelsflooringoutlet.com. Right now, downtown at the Arch, we've got some clouds and it's 85 degrees. City lawmakers have reached a compromise on new data center regulations.
In the last Board of Aldermen meeting, rules were amended to include a 5-year waiver for the clean energy requirements. Now tweaks have been made to the waiver itself, and the process of obtaining it is much steeper. Here's the bill sponsor, Alderwoman Ann Schweitzer.
A 2-year waiver with a third-party review of the information presented, as well as input from the Office of Sustainability on that, and that information will be public as well.
The regulations now await a final vote. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
The judge overseeing the case of whether the Festus recall petition should appear on the November ballot elected to consider the motion to dismiss before hearing any other arguments, leaving the overcapacity crowd of residents having to wait a little longer. The attorney representing the signature gatherers, Stephen Jeffries, tells KMOX the decision to consider the motion to dismiss is not necessarily a bad sign for their case.
The very last couple of sentences in the relevant statute are pretty clear.
The attorney representing the city of Festus, Brian Malone, argues the city council was right to reject the recall petition because it had insufficient language. Streams of Dolly Parton's music have skyrocketed since her death.
Data and analytics company Luminate says audio and video streams of Dolly Parton's work jumped 2,109% on the day of her death from the day before. Worldwide, her streams jumped from 2.5 million on Monday to 35 million Tuesday. Some of the top searches: and
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living.
coming in third, her duet with Kenny Rogers.
Silence in the street, that is what we are. No one in between.
Followed by Parton's performance of her own classic. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
And there's a push from the skies to give Dolly Parton a permanent tribute in the Music City.
A plane flew over downtown Nashville Friday morning, trailing a banner that read change.org/Dolly Parton Airport. The banner promoting a petition calling for Nashville International Airport to be renamed for the singer, songwriter, and philanthropist who died Tuesday. The change.org site says Dolly's light should be celebrated across Tennessee. Its final line urges people to sign it so we could all soon be departin' from Parton. As of noon Friday, more than 150,000 people had added their signatures. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
A traveling expo is bringing cannabis enthusiasts to downtown St. Louis this weekend.
Marketed for both newcomers and seasoned professionals in the cannabis industry, the 2026 CannaCon is visiting America Center this Friday and Saturday. The expo is both an educational and networking opportunity and features vendors showcasing things like cannabis packaging technologies as well as the latest scientific trends. CannaCon starts at 10 a.m. both days. Jade Aubrey, KMOX News.
Construction on an overpass on Big Bend Boulevard could affect your drive this weekend.
Well, we've got a road closure coming up in Maplewood this weekend. I'm Roger Brand. A full closure of Big Bend this weekend from 10 p.m. tonight through 5 a.m. Monday morning to take down the railroad overpasses north of Shrewsbury Avenue at Greenwood Boulevard and Pacific Avenue. When it reopens Monday, though, Big Bend's going to be down to one lane in each direction, and it's going to remain that way as they replace those railroad overpasses. The project's scheduled to be completed in early 2027.
From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk for tonight, clear sky, 66. Tomorrow, bump in the humidity, high of about 90. Will mainly be in the 80s much of the day. Right now, downtown at the Arch, we've got some sun, some clouds, and it's 85. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Save big on everything for your landscaping project when you shop at Menards. Make it easy for you to enhance your outdoor living space with the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscape block. Ready to take home today. Create a fire pit or retaining wall with our tumbled Belgian wall blocks. On sale now. Save big on your landscape project at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Bernie Miklasz here. I'm always proud to represent Saliga Heating and Cooling here on KMOX because, first of all, I love the fact that it's a family business in business for the last 100 years. The Saliga family opened that business down on Graveway. They're still in the same building. Dan Saliga is fourth owner, operator of this great, proud family business. And we have been clients now for, we're going on 20 years. And so I think I'm qualified to testify. They're outstanding. Saliga, there's a reason why they're still going strong, 100 years later. They've taken care of generations of St. Louisans, the same family. Dan Saliga, the fourth owner, operator of this proud family business. You can count on the fact that you will get their best They want to earn your trust. They want to impress you. They want to make sure that they are the utmost example in professionalism, and you will see their knowledge and their calm, and they listen to you and they want to talk to you and they want to hear what you have to say. They will explain things. There's no hustle. There's no, let's see what we can sell these people type vibe going on at all. They're the exact opposite of that. So you might as well take advantage of it, because this is a classic family-owned St. Louis business that has proven itself over and over again for 100 years. So if you want to find out more about Saliga Heating and Cooling, including the phone number, but all the services, just go to SaligaHeatingandCooling.com. That's SaligaHeatingandCooling.com. Thank you.
When it comes to your hearing, you deserve expert care. At the Audiology Center, you're treated by certified audiologists Dr. Colleen Bosler, Dr. Adam Foss, and Dr. Bailey Campbell, meaning 8 years of advanced education, clinical expertise, and a commitment to best practices.
Charlie, we offer hearing aids from all major manufacturers, so you get what's best for you. Every patient receives individualized testing, precise fittings using real ear measurements, and personalized programming to ensure your hearing aids perform exactly as they should. And our care doesn't stop once you leave the office. We're committed to helping your hearing aids last through ongoing adjustments, maintenance, and long-term support at no extra cost. Better hearing is personal, not one size fits all. Call us today at 636-441-7470 or visit us online at theaudiologycenterstl.com. And let's take that first step together.
Lose weight or stop smoking with Hypnosis guaranteed, or your money back, only $59.99. Hypnosis, Thursday, September 17th, Radisson Hotel, Fairview Heights. Weight loss 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking Hypnosis 8 p.m. Or Saturday, September 19th, Holiday Inn Creve Coeur. Weight loss 11 a.m. Stop smoking Hypnosis 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run, because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Meet Linda. She's stuck in traffic with hundreds of thoughts racing through her mind, like what she needs to pack for her family's vacation and what they still need from the store. But you know what she's not thinking about? Her HVAC system. Linda is a preferred partner with Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Installation. Members of our preferred partner plan get 2 HVAC system checks per year. We clean and inspect your AC and furnace at each visit. Partners also get priority service and exclusive discounts starting at just $19 per month. Life is chaos, but with Air Comfort Service, you'll have peace of mind with your HVAC system. Visit aircomfortservice.com.
When legacy automation starts impacting visibility and downtime, it may be time to consider modernization. Graybar's automation specialists work alongside your team to help you identify risks and map out realistic upgrade paths without unnecessary disruptions. Get started with a free health check of your operations and see what's possible. Yep, Graybar does that.
What if you saved money every time you spent money? With Achieve It Checking from Together Credit Union, you can. Every time you use your debit card with Achieve It Checking, the change from your purchase is rounded up to the nearest dollar and automatically deposited into your savings. And Together Credit Union will help you reach your savings goals even faster by matching qualifying savings, up to $8 a month. Learn more or enroll today by visiting a Together Credit Union branch near you or online at togethercu.org. Together Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, I'm Jim Brennan with McKelvey Homes. The Estates of Post Farms is another one of our exciting new communities in the fast-growing city of O'Fallon, located on Highway N just west of Duello Road. You'll love our trails, lakes, playground, and pickleball courts. Select a spacious estate lot, and we will build a luxurious designer series home for you with our legendary quality and personal service. Located within the acclaimed Wentzville School District. Visit McKelveyHomes.com. It's time to move up to McKelvey.
Want to make the most of your tax refund? File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then we help you do more with it with a personalized plan designed to help you hit your money goals. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Bernie Miklasz on KMOX is sponsored by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin comfort dealer.
For all station contest rules, go to KMOX.com/rules.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
The Game Day traffic is sponsored by the all-new St. Louis Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your friends in the car business. If you're on southbound 61 ramping on to eastbound 70, that ramp's still backed up. There was debris in the road where they picked it up, so it should get better downtown, eastbound 70. East of Grand to Tucker, there's some slow traffic there. South 170 still bogs down at the Parkway. Eastbound 64 approaching 170 to Big Bend. That's heavy. And if your fans coming in from the Illinois side, westbound 64 still a slowdown from about 3rd Street right around the King Bridge all the way across to the Missouri side of the Poplar. Other delays, eastbound 64 backed up about midway up the hill now from 157 to 159. Westbound 64, you still got a backup west of Lake St. Louis Boulevard out to Highway 70. Southbound 55, south of M down through Highway Z is slow. We still have a jam on southbound 21. Jammed at Highway A most of the way down to the end of the 4-lane at Hillsborough. Lane restrictions there due to an injury crash. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
The back-to-school savings bash is at St. Louis Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get a new 2026 Ram or Jeep for up to 15% off MSRP. It's part of the Make This the Summer event. Visit STL-CDJR.com for details.
For 261073, selling price $50,185 with approved credit, excludes tax, tag, title, and license fees. Ends 8/31/26.
It's 5:42 in Mid-America. The time check being brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Now, back to the Redbird Rush Hour on KMOX.
Sponsored by Busey Bank. Building community with Busey Bank. Beyond the game.
All right, Redbird Rush Hour on a Friday, 7:15 first pitch tonight at the old ballpark. We talked about Quinn Matthews. He'll be going up against right-hander Jared Jones, so those Cards hitters will be seeing some velo tonight. We talked about the Cardinals' rotation a bit, obviously with Quinn Matthews. We've talked about the offense. We haven't gotten to the bullpen yet, guys. And are we getting to a point after these last couple of days weren't crazy where this might start to stabilize a little bit? And we can start getting guys back into roles? Because, it's obviously been crazy now, and it's nobody's fault. It's just been the way it's been.
Yeah, no question about it. They've had to reshuffle, and It's not an easy thing. I got to tell you that ever since Ollie Marmol told us on the Gas House Gang that they had fixed the problem with Luis Gastelum, the rookie who was getting hammered early, and it was an unfortunate start to his big league career, but there was a reason for it.
Mm-hmm.
So he was tipping pitches, as Ollie told us, and they fixed it. It took some time because it isn't just they identify it. I mean, then the pitcher has to execute it. And a young kid like that is probably not going to smooth it out right away. So anyway, let me cut to the chase. I just laugh at these numbers. His last 9 appearances, he has a 0.84 ERA. He has a strikeout rate of 54%.
Is that good?
54%. His whiff rate, like whiff swing, it's like a swing and a miss, but a clean swing and miss, 47%. And then when he's throwing during this stretch, right, when he throws the changeup, okay, the numbers are cartoon-like. The hitters have gone 1 for 22 in those 22 plate appearance. At bats. I'm screwing it up. 16 strikeouts, 23 plate appearances on the changeup, 70%. I mean, now they've got one hit off of him on the 4-seam fastball, but he's getting them to chase the changeup. And I guess the question is, are they going to see that this changeup is absolutely ridiculous? How nasty it is, and that's what we knew before he came to the majors,
right?
Will his 4-seam fastball be vulnerable? Will they sit on that? I don't know if they can sit on it because this changeup is so good and so tantalizing. But I know this is a small sample, but when's the last time you heard strikeout numbers on one pitch like that?
It's not common.
No, I mean, it's really kind of cool because it's almost like, let me double check this. Or am I sure? Yeah, but no, it's all factually correct.
And we keep bringing up Devin Williams' airbender changeup, and I
Right,
think
right.
there is
Same idea.
They're different types of changeups, but the results are very much the same.
Yeah, look, he's a fascinating guy, Bern. We were asked about it yesterday as to whether or not he should close, and Matt and I both were like, nah, let's let him stay here. Plus, I think it's just a better role for Riley O'Brien than where Gastelum can pitch anywhere in the game and come get strikeouts, and I think that could be a thing in his future. And you guys know me. What do I love?
Right.
I love swing and miss. Even with the struggles early, 31% strikeout rate for the whole year, not counting just what you said, Bern, and that's just that hot stretch. So, he strikes people out. He limits hard contact. His expected ERA is a 3.6 right now. That's perfectly good, and I anticipate by the end of the year that might be down in the 2s.
But I would even contest that it's better than that because, again,
I agree.
He was throwing a changeup that hitters knew was coming.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that happened before these last 9 games is pretty much, to me, irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I don't look at his season numbers. I'm looking about what he's done once they fix the problem. But I would say this is a rebuilding year. We've all talked about giving young people an opportunity and living with their struggles. And I agree with you guys. I would not put him in at closer right now, not doing the knee-jerk thing. But I will say this. I don't know. Before the end of the season, they have 27 games left. Would you just let the kid have a chance to close out a couple games just to give him the experience?
He's my Riley O'Brien's off tonight. You've got a save situation guy right now.
Yeah,
right.
You don't have to give that to Ryan Stanek.
No, I trust the kid more.
Gastelum. Yeah.
And has the kid ever looked, even when the hitters knew what was coming with the changeup, did he ever look rattled?
No.
Like the circuitry in his head was blown?
Nope.
Did he look like a guy that was looking for a place to hide? No, totally chill.
Yep.
If you remember that night when he made his major league debut, Ollie said in the post game, it was the most calm he has ever seen a pitcher making their major league debut in his career.
Very cool.
Wow.
That's a heck of a comment. From Ollie's perspective, he's seen quite a few guys do that these last couple of years.
But you hand the ball to somebody coming out of the bullpen for the first time ever, and they're just there and they're ready.
I had somebody get in my face, metaphorically speaking, and say, well, but his fastball, blah, blah, blah. The change, you can't have a closer throwing change. Oh, you can't?
No.
Trevor Hoffman, who's in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Who says that? Who says that?
Eric Gagne, who was Cy Young and MVP. Fernando Rodney, John Franco, when John Franco lost the gas, lost the heat. He developed a changeup and he extended his career by 6 or 7 years.
Yep.
Who else is on that list?
Oh, my God. So many guys.
Luke Weaver.
Yeah.
The
revelation.
Major League Baseball has had all kinds of changeup specialists as closers.
Right now, Brian Baker.
Yes.
There you go.
And he's right up there with Riley as one of the saves leaders, and he's got like a 1.5 ERA?
Isn't he number one in baseball in saves?
He is, yeah.
Unreal. That's great. That's a great one. Hey, I got to give Tom Ackerman credit. Tom Ackerman, long before like 98% of people even knew who this kid was, Ackerman had him in the Hall of Fame. but
he's going to be right.
He might have been onto something.
That's funny.
He's listening. That's why I'm giving him a hard time.
He was texting with us a second ago. Absolutely. All right, that's Bernie Miklasz, Matt Pauley, Kevin Wheeler with you here. We got one more segment to go, and then we get you to Cardinals baseball and pregame coming up after the 6 o'clock news.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The demand for skilled workers in Missouri has never been higher. Join the union building trades to earn while you learn. No massive student loans. You can earn a total compensation package of $40 to $75 an hour, which includes salary, healthcare, pension benefits, and a career you can be proud of. Learn more at mounioncareers.com.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, it's just a little bit of a backup right now. Eastbound 64, 170 to Big Bend. South 170 slow at Brentwood Boulevard. Eastbound 70 still kind of busy between Salisbury and Tucker. Westbound 64 slow across the Poplar. Eastbound 64 still delays midway up the hill from 157 to 159. Westbound 64 out in the Lake St. Louis area slow Prospect out onto Highway 70. South 55 has a little slowdown midway down from M to Z. Really not that big of a deal. And southbound 21 is just slow now from Highway A down to the end of the 4 lane. So it looks like they cleared that crash and it's just leftover volume there. Next update at 5:59 from the michaelsflooringoutlet.com traffic center.
I love being able to tell you about my friends over at i3 Broadband. They are the internet service provider in my home, and I could not imagine having anybody but i3 Broadband. They are the absolute best. It's really simple. I don't have to get really complicated. I don't have to explain, well, you connect this to this, and if you go deep into the reasons, it's really simple with i3 Broadband. Fast internet, which that's probably the most important thing when it comes to internet. It's fast. You can get 1 gig, 2 gig, 8 gig packages, mirror the upload and download speed. That makes a big difference. There's a lot of internet service providers that will tell you, oh, you're getting 1 gig internet. Not really. You're getting like 1 gig half internet because the download speed's a gig, but that upload speed is not, and then that just bogs down everything. It's fiber directly in the home. It's awesome. The price, I'm never uncomfortable with. I paid my bill today. And it's one of the few times before I had i3, I'd pay my internet bill. Like, what am I paying for? The internet's not fast. It's not reliable. What am I doing? It's not worth this. I never feel that way about i3 Broadband. And the reliability part of it is really, really important because so many other providers have those like dropouts just out of nowhere for no reason. And you're playing that game. Hey, do I need to reset my router? Is it going to be do I need to call? No, you don't have that with i3. Their reliability is awesome. So if you do not have i3 Broadband in your home, you can do better, especially if they're available in your neighborhood. That's the first thing you got to do. Find out if they're available to you. Put in i3broadband.com/radio, i3broadband.com/radio. Put your address in. If they're available in your neighborhood, start the process. See what it would look like. If they're not available in your neighborhood, keep checking because they're always adding new neighborhoods throughout the St. Louis area. i3broadband.com/radio.
The cookie cutter approach works well if you're making cookies, but not so well when you're trying to plan for retirement. If you want a customized income strategy, call Steve All and his team at the All Financial Group today, 636-230-8824. Or go to yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
Now, back to the Redbird Rush Hour on KMOX.
Sponsored by Busey Bank. Building community with Busey Bank. Beyond the game.
All right, we have 2.5 minutes to finish things up here on Redbird Rush Hour. Bernie Miklasz, Matt Pauley, Kevin Wheeler with you here. Pregame starting at 6:20 tonight, 7:15 first pitch. We leave anything out? Anything else in the pen we didn't get to? Anything we haven't touched yet that we had planned to get to?
I mean, going back to your original premise before we really locked in on Gaston, I do think there's an argument to be made that if O'Brien's on, if you have Stanek and Brule and Gastelum, if those guys are kind of doing what you think that they can do, and you've got pitchers just giving you a little bit of length, and you're not playing a one-run game every stinking night, like there's not a reason to think that there can't be a little bit more of a kind of a solidification of the bullpen as this season continues on.
Listen, and I know Riley O'Brien was an older guy, right? I get it. And I actually admire the fact that the Cardinals are, willing to work through this when he has his downs. But that's the whole point. I mean, I remember a time they didn't have any faith in Riley O'Brien at all. They weren't even sure he would ever stay healthy. I think they thought that he was a little bit of a hypochondriac or whatever, and so they weren't exactly, rocket high on him, but they liked the person, they liked his stuff, they liked his attitude. And once he got over the hump in terms of believing a little bit, they gave him a chance to be a closer. And they've gone through the ups and downs. So my point is, and again, I want to emphasize, I'm not saying make Gastelum the closer, but I'm just saying, Riley O'Brien was a nobody. You made him the closer.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. And
also, and again, we can do this in about a minute, but 40 seconds. But I think if Gastelum continues to show this, that could free you up to trade O'Brien in the offseason if there's an offer that somebody says, hey, we'll take that 31-year-old, and you guys, we've got other options that can close, including a young guy that's under control for the next 6 years.
Yeah, good point.
So,
good point.
Interesting developments. Boys, have a great weekend. Bernie, I know you've been waiting to get to that Tito's, so now you can.
Listen to you. What do you mean now I can?
Oh, my guy. Love it. Love it. Well, enjoy that. And on your Friday evening, you guys have a great weekend of baseball. We'll do this again coming up on Monday. That's Bernie Miklasz. Matt Pauley's coming up next. He's got pregame at 6:20. First pitch tonight is 7:15. Quinn Matthews getting after it. He'll be going up against right-hander Jared Jones. And we got it all for you right here on your home for the Cardinals, KMOX.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a